Welcome to VOP Business Show. I'm Joy Adesua Iramaseli. The International Monetary Fund on Thursday stated that the call by many African countries for debt cancellation remains a legitimate demand. The managing director of the International Monetary Fund, Kristalina Georgieva, however, noted that the debt cancellation demand will require both the debtors' nation and the creditors to agree on terms of the cancellation. In 2022, public debt in Africa reached $1.8 trillion, while this is a fraction of the overall outstanding debt of developing countries. Africa's debt has increased by 183% since 2010, a rate roughly 4 times higher than its growth rate of gross domestic product in dollar terms. Georgieva mentioned that the G20 Common Framework has been slow to deliver the countries that turn to it for support, but added that it was an encouraging sign that the time taken to reach an agreement among creditors is shortening with every step. She said the common framework is new and brings together a very diverse group of creditors: the traditional creditors, the Paris Club new creditors, China, Saudi Arabia, India, Brazil, the Emirates, and a very diverse group of private creditors. She added that the IMF has also created a very important avenue to accelerate debt restructuring, also stating that the fund needs to think about how it can better align debt restructuring, debt relief with the impact of the climate crisis. The acting Comptroller General of the Nigerian Immigration Service, Carolina Wuraola Adepoju, has unfolded plans by the Border Security and Migration Management Body to acquire aircraft, helicopters, and drones for surveillance and aerial monitoring. Adepoju said such mobile critical infrastructure would go a long way for the NIS to discharge its core mandate of monitoring the movement of persons across the country's land and sea borders. She broke the news on Thursday in Lagos at a retreat organized by NIS Murtala Mohammed International Airport Command, Lagos. She said the acquisition of the equipment is already captured in the 2024 budget of the Ministry of Interior. Besides the procurement of operational equipment, she also stated that the NIS continues to invest in technology to drive the product of travel documents and other initiatives that would boost the security at the country's border. She said from next year, the NIS will be deploying electronic gates at the airports to ease the facilitation of passengers coming in and out of the country. Adepoju also noted that this underscores the agenda of the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo's support for border security, with commitment to drive the restoration of the agency's aerial capability. The e-gate implementation is scheduled for early 2024. Adepoju stated that the aim to streamline entry for Nigerians through biometric identity verification, minimizing the need for direct interaction with immigration officers. The federal government has granted a petroleum exploration license to TSG Petrodata Offshore Services Limited, which is the first of such license to be issued under the Petroleum Industry Act 2021. It said the license, which was granted by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Commission, was in compliance with the provisions of Section 7, subsection 1 to 10 of the PIA. It also announced on Thursday that the Nigeria's oil drilling rigs had increased from 10 in 2022 to 31 in August this year, a development that gave rise to increased crude oil output in September. The chief executive of NUPRC, Gbenga Komolafe, noted that the petroleum exploration license was under the license agreement which the Commission and TGSPD executed for a geophysical survey project. It said in a statement that the license was for the acquisition of about 56,000 square kilometers of 3D seismic and gravity data, adding that the development would attract investment in the oil and gas sector. On the rise in Nigeria's rig count, Komolafe noted that in the years preceding the enactment of the PIA, investments in the Nigerian oil and gas industry declined mostly due to the regulatory uncertainty, the funding of fossil fuel development occasioned by energy transition, and the global call for decarbonization. The Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry has raised concerns about the significant influx of loans and bonds into the manufacturing sector during the first half of the year. The chamber noted in a statement that the situation reflects the challenges facing the manufacturing sector and the need to meet short-term obligations and slowing business activities. The National Bureau of Statistics reported an 88.16% increase in capital inflow into the manufacturing sector in the first half of 2023 at $861 million 16 cents compared to $457 million 67 cents in the first half of 2022. The Director General of LCCI, Chinyere Almona, said the significant increase reflects a low base of capital imported in the previous year and investors' reaction to the two critical reforms, fuel subsidy removal and exchange rate harmonization, in the first month of the new administration. According to Almona, the inflow in the first half of 2023 is expected to impact the manufacturing sector, particularly firms mitigating against current challenges, meeting short-term obligations, and falling consumer demand. The Central Bank of Nigeria says it will boost liquidity in the foreign exchange market by intervening from time to time. This was disclosed in a statement by the Director Corporate Communications, Issa Abdul Mumin. The Apex Bank, in a statement issued, said that as market liquidity improves, the interventions will gradually decrease. The CBN also announced the lifting of the ban on 43 items previously restricted from purchasing forex. The statement read that the Central Bank of Nigeria will continue to promote orderliness and professional conduct by all participants in the Nigerian foreign exchange market to ensure market forces determine exchange rates on a willing buyer, willing seller principle. The exchange rate between the Naira and the US dollar, according to the data released on the FMDQ Security Exchange, the official forex trading portal, showed that Naira opened at 776 Naira 49 kobo per dollar on Thursday, October 12, and closed at 759 Naira 20 kobo per dollar the same day. However, the Naira is trading as high as 1,045 Naira per dollar at the black market, even though the Central Bank of Nigeria announced the unification of all segments of the foreign exchange market. And that's it on VOP Business Show on VOP TV. Many thanks for staying with us. Do well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is Voice of the People TV, and on other social platforms at VOP TV Live. I'm Joy Adesua Irabasele. Have an amazing weekend.